Welcome to this video showing you around the profile page of ProfileSIS Cloud. This page is the heart of the system and will soon become your go-to sales dashboard. So let's get started. From the home page, click on Profile to view the profile page for the entire company. You can also view the profile page showing just your own data by clicking on My Profile in either the bar chart graphic or in the My drop-down menu here. The profile page is your main window into what is going on in your company. It is split into two main sections: the profile graph, which is a graphic representation of your or your company's sales pipeline, and the profile summary table, which shows you a list of your customers and the deals that relate to them in the pipeline. These two parts work together simultaneously and will always display the same figures, no matter what filters are applied. So let's look more closely at the profile graph. The graph displays the sales pipeline for the financial year. This is comprised of all your deals in that period and split into different stages of the sales cycle for each month. In this example data, won or secured deals are in green, forecast or expected deals are in yellow, quoted deals are in orange, and early prospects are in maroon. ProfileSIS is configured to your business, and you are not restricted to the number, name, or color of the sales cycles you use. The blue line that runs through the graph represents budgets or targets set by you. The bar to the right of the profile graph shows the total value of deals at each stage of the sales pipeline for the entire year. To drill into specific data, click on any section of the profile graph and it will generate a list of the individual deals in that sales cycle for that month, or for the year if clicking on a colored section of the year total bar chart. For example, if we click on the orange section in April, you will see that it generates a list of all the quoted deals in April 2015. The list contains all the information you need for each deal. To view or edit a deal, click on View Deal. To go back to the profile graph, click on the profile breadcrumb link or click on Profile in the top menu. For more information about navigating through ProfileSIS, please watch our Intro to ProfileSIS video. By default, the profile graph shows data for the entire company in the current financial year, though the true power of the graph comes when we start customizing what the graph displays using filters. These filters are applied by clicking the Options toggle button at the top of the graph. Let's now go through these filters individually. Calculation can be set to either absolute or risk-weighted. When displaying absolute revenue, all deals are shown at 100% of their value, regardless of the sales cycle. When displaying risk-weighted revenue, deal values are multiplied by a percentage based upon the sales cycle that it falls into. In other words, it factors in the likelihood of a deal coming through. In risk-weighted mode, we get an extra table below the graph which shows us the blended risk weighting for each month. Blended risk weighting is the total risk-weighted value of all deals within a month, divided by the actual value within that month. Multiplied by 100, this gives us a blended risk percentage. The risk factor percentage for each sales cycle can be set in Configuration, Sales Cycles. Alternatively, this can be manually input for an individual deal, and this will be covered in the Managing Deals video. In this example though, the default risk weighting has been applied, which has prospects at 25%, quoted at 50%, forecast at 90%, and won at 100%. Lost and closed deals are sent to 0% and will not show on the pipeline graph. Remember, these are the percentage likelihoods of deals in these stages converting to a sale. Applying actual historic conversion rates as the risk weighting percentages enables you to produce even more accurate forecasts. Going back to our filters, value is the next option. This lets you choose between viewing a graph showing revenue, cost, or gross profit. You can select to view data for any date range, including historic periods. For example, you may wish to view the pipeline for several years, or maybe just the next quarter. The next options allow you to filter by department, owner, in other words the salesperson in charge of the deals, the region, and revenue type. These are all customizable options, and in order to apply them to the graph, you will need to tick the checkbox beside the relevant filters you want to display. So if in this example I wanted to show all deals that are dealt with by our offshore department that comes under the revenue type of fabrication, I would choose these options in the relevant drop-down menus and tick the boxes beside them. The last option is entitled Metrics, and this allows us to display a set of targets which is plotted as a line graph on top of the bar chart. These metrics or targets are very flexible and powerful. See how the sales pipeline compares to budget or target. Targets or budgets can be set for any combination of metrics. For example, I could set a target for a specific owner with a specific product. Just to demonstrate, I will select a salesperson called Sean Robertson and a revenue type of rental, and you will see a 6-month target has been set for Sean in selling the company's rental product. Setting targets is in the configurations video. You can even display a combination of metrics against each other by holding down the Control key on your keyboard and clicking on the metrics you want to display. To apply a filter, remember to click Refresh Report at the top of the page. After a filter has been applied, you can click on any section of the graph to display a list of deals that fall into that period in that sales cycle within the current filter applied. Whichever filters have been applied to the profile graph are also applied to the profile summary table beneath the graph. The profile summary table shows a list of all deals by customer which are represented by the profile graph. From here you can either click on a customer name to go to that customer record and view, add or edit deals that relate to that customer, and there is more on this in the Managing Customers video. Or you can click on an individual deal to view more details about this deal or make edits to it. This is also covered in a separate video about managing deals. Note that this is a quick and easy way to show how the revenue for this deal is phased across multiple months, if applicable. Lastly, you'll notice small coloured icons by the deals in the table. These icons refer to any actions that are linked to a deal, such as needing to email or phone a client. More information on adding and editing actions is also covered in a separate video. Let's quickly go through these icons and what they mean. The red icon with an arrow pointing back means there is an overdue action linked to this deal. A yellow icon with an arrow pointing down signifies an action that needs doing now or this week. A green icon with an arrow pointing right or forward means an action that is in the future, or rather one that needs doing at least a week from now. A black icon with a 0 means there are currently no actions set up for this deal. These icons may seem simple, but they can be very useful in helping you plan out your work for the day or week ahead. This concludes this video showing you around the profile page of ProfileSIS. Please be sure to check out our other tutorial videos covering other parts of the software.